As a person that worked approximately 23 years doing environmental justice work, and we pioneer this environmental injustice reality that Chelsea residents face, I think that it's very important for residents of Chelsea to understand why having a healthy home, a healthy apartment is very important. Due to our proximity to Boston and to Logan Airport, we get very poor air quality in our neighborhood. We have oil farms. We have the Tubman Bridge, which brings a lot of lead to our neighborhoods. That is real. That is the reality of Chelsea. When you think about respiratory diseases, Chelsea is very high. We're probably #1 in terms of asthma rate. I remember vividly growing up in Chelsea and beginning to do environmental justice work right along the waterfront. And we decided to go door knocking and find out, how are people dealing with asthma? We knocked approximately 110 residents, houses, apartments. And in those houses, we found over 60 new nebulizer machines, asthma machines, in only one street. Chelsea has very old housing stock and very poor housing conditions allow us to suffer from respiratory diseases or problems where we are paying high utility payments. So that's the reality of why we are sick, why environmental justice has played a key role in not allowing us to have a healthy community. And this is why La Colaborativa and our neighbors and our staff are very involved in a project with Mass Clean Energy.
The Healthy Living in Chelsea project, it is designed to support low and moderate income families in the city of Chelsea who have chronic respiratory diseases that are exacerbated by the environment or poor housing conditions. And as community partners, La Colaborativa is tasked with educating community members on environmental justice matters and then identifying households to support them in fixing their unsafe housing conditions to improve their health, energy costs, and overall comfort in the home. The program works with households with members with respiratory health conditions, and we provide home retrofits to improve ventilation, provide mold and pollutant mitigation, and then to improve their weatherization as well.
I bought this house in 1979. I decided to just open up the house, and since that time there have been 33 children and about 28 parents. So it's always been single parents and their children who have lived here. Rents in Chelsea have skyrocketed, and that if they weren't here, they certainly would not be able to live in Chelsea. The house is very, very old. It is so old that it was built before the Chelsea fire. It's a wooden structure, and, it has its wear and tear. I ended up going to a meeting that they had at La Colaborativa, and they talked all about the program, that energy-saving repairs would be available. And I was just really, really excited about it because I might not be able to handle the costs on my own. I didn't realize it until you guys came over from La Colaborativa that it was actually an interior door, but it was on the back door. And so mice would get in underneath because of that. I mean, we certainly do traps and whatnot, but it wasn't enough. And so since that door has been, we've noticed a real difference. But more importantly, the bedroom back there, which is right off the kitchen, is a lot warmer now because of the door. So there's a new screen door as well as an exterior door. They put a plastic covering over the basement windows because there used to be a lot of debris that would collect in there. And so I feel so fortunate that I was able to participate in this program. Talking to the participants, whether they're landlords or they're renters and they have a landlord, is really important to do, because I think in that way we can get a sense of, oh, how can we make this better?
Bueno, yo llegué en Chelsea en el 1980, primero cuando vine a mi país, El Salvador. Bueno, para nosotros, desde que compramos la casa, pues nos sentimos muy felices. Nuestra familia se reúne aquí, los nietos, los bisnietos. Fui, como le dije, había ido dijeron que iban a dar unas charlas, ¿no?, acerca de cómo podían ayudar a las personas, los problemas que tenían con salud, en la casa, si estaban en malas situaciones. En la aplicación había puesto los problemas que tenía de las ventanas. Vinieron a revisarlos y pues allí como ellos pues decidieron que sí necesitábamos la ayuda. Estaban en malas condiciones, teníamos entradas de aire, eso nos afectaba pues hasta en lo económico porque tenían que pagar más biles. Todos los años en el invierno nosotros padecimos de resfríos, nos enfermábamos.
Porque se sentía el frío cuando está frío, se siente. Yo prendo un calentón allá en mi cuarto porque era muy frío y hoy no.
Desde que pusieron las ventanas,
Sí.
pues ya el calor se mantiene más.
Felices,
Bueno, contentos porque
bien contentos.
sabe que este es un proyecto que vale mucho dinero, ¿no? Muchas ventanas y como está la situación hoy, pues es bien difícil y no puedo llegar en mejor momento que en estos días.
The house is very special to me. It holds a lot of memories. I grew up here in Chelsea my whole life. I also grew up here in this home. Before I lived here with my kids, it was me, my mom, and my siblings. Now I live here with my 4 kids. I have 2 kids who have asthma and one of them who has allergies. So the allergens being let in and the cold being let in, both of those are things that trigger asthma and allergies. My concern was mainly for them. For myself, yes, as well, because I also have asthma and allergies. One of the windows that was broken was the one that's here in the room, in the baby's room, that's right in front of her crib. And the other 2 that were broken were in the boys' room, and the other 3 were in the living room. So them being replaced was a big help. I do notice the difference in their health, and I see how it's not as cold anymore. I don't feel the draft anymore. The kids, they're able to sleep good without needing an extra blanket because, there's a breeze coming in or something. I'm very glad and thankful for the Collaborative because they helped me, basically gave me the opportunity to give my kids a good quality home, with having the windows replaced for their health.
Thank you to Massey EC for making this dream project come true. Our families are already feeling healthier and living more comfortable.
Gracias a los vecinos por abrir las puertas. Thank you to our neighbors for opening the doors and making sure that your household is healthier. And remember that environmental justice is a right, not a privilege.